anything, I felt safer back there.
Give him back to the Croat.
He felt safer back there. All right, trade up. I want Negan back. This is it.
I think so. The finale.
The finale of Dead City.
How exciting, mate. It's all happened so quickly.
Maggie! Maggie!
Oh, here we go.
Aww. Aww, Negan loves his kids.
In here, how the hell did you get here?
Jenny!
Oh. No, she wasn't far behind.
Ooh.
You know about this?
No. She just turned up at the arena right before their walkers
You
came in.
can't be here.
I think she just wanted to be with you.
Maggie.
She's not the only one.
The flare.
We gotta go.
You can't be here. You hear me? I can't protect you and help Maggie. There was a plan. You stay with her people where you're safe. That was the whole goddamn point. That you stay safe, and you know that, Jenny.
I can take her back. You finish what you started. I can take her where she needs to go.
Why has he changed his tune so quickly?
Yeah, the marshal.
These characters seem to flip-flop a lot in this show, I'm just going to say.
Listen to me.
What is the
Listen
end
to
of the
me
world?
with him. He can keep you safe. He is good people. I can't go with you, and you can't stay with me how you do not want to stay with me. You don't know me, kid. I am not who you think I am.
I
Oh.
want you to...
No.
Oh.
All these months, and now you want to chat?
Aww.
Hey, if she's going to start talking, let her talk.
I killed your dad.
Oh.
Not wanted for robbing a wagon train. I killed 5 men. And your dad, he was one of them.
Negan's really good at killing dads.
The form. Why I let you tag along, because I knew you had no one.
Ooh.
You're just a debt that I had to pay.
Oh!
That's it.
Damn, son.
Wow.
Suck on those apples.
You thought you hated like Maggie, I mean.
Nah, Negan's cool though. He could run her over right now and be like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah. She's just like, you killed my dad? Nah, it's alright.
No, I think that... Okay, maybe he did kill her dad.
Yeah.
I think that part's true. But
Yep.
the whole you're just a debt that I had to pay seems more like he's just trying to get her to go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's the only reason he brought it up. It
Yeah.
wouldn't just be like, you know, here's a good time to tell you about your dead dad. He's doing what he feels like he has to.
Maggie's like, thank God,
Yes.
everything's coming up, Maggie.
Yeah, she's off scot-free. She's done well. She's the one that wins out of all this. Oh, we're back to enjoying the intro.
It's been a while.
It's been a little while.
It has.
We've had a break. It's good to be back.
Thank my bells for that.
Thank you, Bales. This is the last time we see this intro for a while.
Yeah. I can't imagine it'll take too long for them to pump out another season.
With the strike, though.
With the strike,
With
yeah.
the strike, it's probably going to be another 3 years, and we'll be sitting here in 3 years' time watching season 2 and complaining about that one.
Straight to Jenny again. She's not going to cause
Time to
mischief
go.
again, is she? Get on that raft.
She's got no one left now, though. You know? Okay. There you go. They love looking out this window, I'll tell you that much.
You should sleep. I can keep watching.
It's all right. I'm good. Besides, he shows up. 2 sets of eyes are better than 1.
When I was little, after my mom got sick, I'd crawl into bed with her and she'd tell me stories about Santa. The real Santa.
think Maggie tells a lot of stories.
To the Macy's store in Manhattan and visit all the kids. And I used to daydream that one day I'd go to New York. Walk into that Macy's.
Sentimental bitch.
That's all she's good for, just telling like every episode there's a different story about something.
And there it is.
Oh yeah, it's Macy's. Cool story.
Always a story. It is shot very well.
Oh yeah, production values.
Compared to
always
like
been
The
great.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, much better.
Feels like a movie, like a big.
I mean, this is the slow-mo cool walk, you know, you can never go wrong. Well, this is the moment where she's thinking, just gonna drop him off, get the sun back, everything's gonna go well. This place is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where there's smoke, huh? Guess you were right all along.
Negan's starting to realize someone's up to.
Is he questioning it?
I reckon. Look at his face. Although he always looks like he's questioning something, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He should have been questioning things probably a little earlier, I feel like, but he's Mr. Nice
Hey.
Negan.
You were inside the sewers with Jenny. What do you think she was trying to tell me?
I don't know, maybe she knew that you'd be mad at her for coming and just wanted to explain herself.
Oh no, I don't know about that.
You wait till now to start questioning her? What the hell? Her poker face is terrible.
Yeah, she's not very good at keeping the lie anymore, is she? Maybe she is starting to regret it. It is shot in a really cool place.
Yeah, sets are good.
Jesus. This seems like a bad idea.
It's kind of funny, really. Like, would he really even be scared of her? He's running from her.
I don't think he wants to kill her. He doesn't
I
want
mean,
to hurt her.
he could pretty much just go the way he came in the first place.
God damn it, Maggie.
Oh, we need to have this cool set piece that they fight on.
Stop!
Wow. Whew. Ah. Wow, there's a superhero jump from Negan.
This fight does seem very over the top, doesn't it?
That was a bit over the top.
Drop it. The Croat never took your grain, just your kid. For collateral, sure, but he wasn't ever coming back with no harvest. He wanted me. Now for what? Who the hell knows? But whatever that crazy son of a bitch wants with me, I sure as shit ain't gonna like it. The shit thing is, Maggie, we could have done it. We could have saved Herschel. Because you and I together, we make one hell of a badass team. Maybe some part of you always wanted it to end this way.
I think he was hoping for the hookup.
I think he was too.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
That was a bit weird. It's like not any rush to leave all of a sudden. You look like a little kid with that helmet on.
A very weird scene.
That was pretty weird. There's a lot of weird scenes in the show.
Don't tell me the marshal's gonna take this kid in now.
I mean, This marshal's all over the place.
I like him though.
You like him now.
I do like him. I
But
think
he's got to get some conviction, all right? He hates them. He loves them. Just pick a side.
Now, is Ginny gonna talk regularly now?
I don't think so.
Hey!
You left your stinking jacket in my car.
Bitch.
Welcome home.
She's like, I don't want my shirt. All right, fine. Just trying to give you your shirt back. Sorry.
First looked for you at the sanctuary.
You can stop now. You don't need to have that
knife
knife
there the whole
to his
time.
throat. After all that, though, it didn't seem that Maggie knew about the arena and having all the zombies come into it.
Yeah, well, that's it. What did she know about? Nothing.
Expected you to pull it off, but you did.
There you
You
go.
found him. You brought him home. You know, for a moment when I saw you on the catwalk, all alone, I thought to myself, lucky me, I get to have Negan and the child. Nah, it's okay. Easy enough.
Why would he want the kid?
Yeah.
Even Maggie barely wants the kid, really.
There you go, Maggie.
He's a bit of a weirdo, that Croat. Just gonna say, not a very nice guy.
No, you reckon?
Nah, not a pleasant fellow at all.
Just look after Jenny, will you? That's all I ask.
Oh. Does she feel bad?
I mean, she's gonna start regretting it at some point, right?
The kid that no one cares about.
How do we do this?
Well, we both want the same thing, no?
She really doesn't look like she wants to do it.
I mean, surely she's conflicted a little bit, but this whole scene's a bit weird.
Feels like that scene where Beth dies in The Walking Dead.
I would have thought she would have like run to Herschel, maybe said his name. Even he doesn't seem happy to see. Oh.
Well, Herschel can't, like,
Yeah, like they don't seem happy to see each other.
Herschel can't really be mad at Negan, I guess. Like, he wouldn't feel the way Maggie does because he was never alive when it happened. He never met Glenn.
No, well, you'd still be annoyed.
I don't know. Just take Negan in as my daddy instead.
Now they can go back home and fight again over nothing.
I fucking hate that kid. I hate that kid.
He didn't say a word.
This whole show's been centered around finding this kid, and he's not even a nice kid.
Yeah, and the moment when she got there again wasn't really great. She finally got him, and not a huge payoff. So what's the Marshal up to now?
I don't know. Assume it's setting up the next season, right? Is he resenting his martial lifestyle? Is that what the go is?
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, didn't the marshals do that?
Hang the mayor.
Yeah.
You Babylon.
Aren't they criminals?
Oh, okay.
Made up of whatever they could find, I guess. But he made a move to get away, and I shot him.
Oh.
Killed him.
Got him. Got the son of a bitch.
Let him finish. Shame you had to shoot him, though.
As a marshal, I'm licensed to administer
No,
justice.
I know all about that. Just saying it would have been nice to put him on display.
Yeah, so it is
Make a
criminals.
statement.
This seems very against what the Marshal's all about. To lie like this.
I think he's resenting.
How are your girls,
his-
by the way?
Lifestyle.
Marjorie, Bee, and Desi? Don't worry, we looked out for him while you were gone. I should pay him a visit. Let him know all about their daddy's heroics. How hard he works to protect our body politic.
Is there going to be a war on the Marshalls, the next one?
They really seem to be trying to set up a lot for the sequels. I mean, this is a finale and they're asking a lot of questions.
You know what went into making that cigar? You see, the thing is,
I don't like this bitch.
at a temperature of 100 degrees, at a temperature like that, an exact temperature, well, what's the optimal way to keep that going? Central heating. But ethanol comes from corn, which takes up thousands of acres of fields. So what I'd like you to do, Marshall, I'd like you to tell me your story again. And this time, I want you to tell me all about the methane.
I'm surprised he would lie about it though, because it just seems so against his morals to lie.
I can't begin to imagine what you went through.
He might be in trouble with these guys if he doesn't.
Well,
I hope that you know
It's fine.
he's gonna be.
that's because you're brave.
All we have to do back home is wait for the next bad thing to happen. If anything, I felt safer back there.
Give him back to the Croat.
He felt safer back there. All right, trade up. I want Negan back.
Yeah, this kid's the
You should eat
worst.
something.
I'm hungry.
Why?
It's not about...
What's this? Is it for me?
It's your dad's hat.
It was a gift.
From Negan.
Wow. Got me a souvenir of being kidnapped. Thanks.
It's like the one you
I
used
would
to wear.
punch him in the freaking nose.
Give him back to the Croat. Just be done with it.
You do what you want with it. Having you back, there are not words I can use to express how glad I am.
Glad?
Of course.
Seemed like you cared more about, I don't know, revenge or whatever.
What are you talking about?
It's like you're obsessed with Negan, with what he did. Getting him back, you've always been...
Herschel, I came for you.
And I'm right here. It's like my whole life you've been looking over my shoulder, watching for him, waiting for him.
That is not true.
You never see me.
Huh?
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter, you little fuck. Oh my god, this is the first time all fucking season I felt bad for her.
I don't know, they kind of deserve each other.
She just went through hell to save this little fuck.
I'll tell you what, Glenn would be rolling in his grave right now.
Glenn
if he
is
knew,
rolling in his grave.
You know, if he knew what little shit he ended up having as a kid.
You know those few episodes where Glenn, like, all of a sudden, like, made himself in charge and was like, oh, you know, this is my decision. That's exactly how Glenn was acting.
I don't know, even worse.
It was.
Our second visit to the river people. You told them what they had to provide, and then you told them what would happen if they didn't. Hence, the second visit. Like an actor commanding the stage like a rock star. But what is a rock star without his microphone? So, out came Lucille.
Lucille.
And you offered her to me. Of course. I had no idea what I was doing. My first swing, I completely missed.
Negan really doesn't like that life anymore, does he?
No, he's
Sort
way
of makes
over it.
him look sick.
You remember that?
I do.
It was beautiful. Huh? I shouldn't have killed the girl. You told me not to. And I disobeyed you. And I became the threat that needed to be handled. I promise you, that will never happen again.
Ooh.
It's like he's trying to butter up Negan, but for what reason?
I just don't understand why he's like Negan's come back and he's all like, "Oh, you're in charge now.
Yeah,
I'll step back."
he seems to like want Negan to be back in charge, or it's kind of weird. He's literally trying to make friends with him again.
Oh, it's Jenny. Oh, she's finally getting her dino back.
Would she even want it?
Probably not. Jenny might be her better kid now.
Yes. You know, they both hate her, but
I want to see next season Herschel take a sideline and her really try and be a mother to Jenny. And then Negan will come back in the picture and see the change and be like,
yeah, that could work. It'll be Jenny what brings them together.
Oh, don't say hey to him.
Don't you hate me?
Hey.
Oh, is he being nice to her now?
No.
Never nice. She's like walking on eggshells around him too.
Thinking about what you said. I don't know how. But this thing with Negan, I'm gonna finish it. So that I can just let it go.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Does that mean she's going back for him?
It's a bit of a hike, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit.
Like she's pretty far trip back.
Once we have full control of the island, Doma says a clash of civilizations is inevitable. So when I told her about all the good you had done, all the people you had saved and protected, she said, "You are the missing piece."
Do you think they want to work with him, or this is not going to end up well for him?
No, I think they want to work with him for the most part. And to be honest, I think he's going to be all for it, but something will happen next season that'll be like, "Oh, never mind. See ya."
Or does he just play along for a while?
I never imagined.
Oh, as a person, I reckon he's going to love being a person in power again.
I think he enjoys it, but he is so over the bad side.
I can't wait for you to meet her. Like mommy and daddy coming together. You know?
He is. Croat's a like little kid, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
He's excited because she knows she's going to be happy that
Yeah.
he found him.
But what does she want with him?
Doma, I take great pleasure in introducing you to
Thank you.
Oh.
Well, let's begin. Let's get to it.
I think our guest and I should take some time to get acquainted, but I appreciate the introduction.
Oh, poor
Poor
Croat.
old Croat.
He works so hard.
Mummy and Daddy gonna talk now.
Mummy and Daddy want to have a little chat. In private.
Kids can stay outside.
Maybe the Croat's going to start resenting Negan now because he's not the favourite.
The Croat's gonna become the one you feel sorry for after all this.
God, he's like a sponge. Sit.
This bitch!
I have a funky cramp in my leg, bugging the shit out of me.
I tell you what, I hate the Croat, but I hate this bitch more.
Really?
It's good for everything.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm more of a gin man.
It's a delight to finally meet you. To find out that you are not, in fact, the product of someone's psychosis.
She really doesn't
Heard
like him.
about your performance at the bank. The taunting, the joking, that extra but absolutely necessary pinch of gruesomeness. Shock and awe and all that. Bravo.
I hate this bitch.
I told you. I'm a gin man.
Whoa. Nobody's giving an inch.
He should just kill her right now.
Don't tell me you're spooked by the cops.
Oh,
It's not the cops I'm worried about. Wherever a natural resource abounds, they'll come for it.
They just happen to know.
Thieving pack of hyenas.
Oh, so they know that they want the methane.
Bit of a reach, don't you think? But sure.
The island needs...
Unless they've come for something before.
For someone with confidence, fearlessness, charisma, that special, shall we say, political talent. For what is politics, if not performance?
Okay.
She wants him to be in charge.
The keys to the kingdom. But how can I be sure? Maybe you're not the man you used to be. Maybe you never were.
Maybe.
How does he prove it to her?
What's in there? This doesn't look good for Negan.
I mean, it's better than...
I mean, as in, like, his character. It looks like he's going to be straight back down the... Is that Herschel's toe?
What the hell is this?
Someone's toe.
My former guest and I had a lot of talks. He told me this story of a man who murdered his father, not just in front of his mother, but him, the unborn baby in her belly. And I could sense in the rest of this story what he himself couldn't, that his father's killer might feel remorseful for the boy whose family he destroyed. He only told me this once he felt safe with me.
Herschel's got a new mummy.
And here you are, come all this way to save him. As you know, I eventually let him go in exchange for you. But I kept a little piece of him. And I can always go back for more.
Oh!
Last, we have a lot to discuss.
Blackmail.
That's the threat.
Lot to plan for.
Well, he did come all the way there to save him.
Does he really care about Herschel, though? Oh, what a shot.
Negan's not going to like being blackmailed anyway. He's going to have a trick up his sleeve.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
Well, that's about as close to seeing them inside each other as you're going to get, that last shot. So, there you go. What did you think?
I actually thought it ended pretty well.
You thought it landed pretty well?
Yeah.
Look, it sort of went
I'm still
somewhere.
pissed at Maggie, but she really did seem like she didn't want to do it. So
She seemed, conflicted by it.
Yep.
I think that she ended up, sort
regretting her decision
regretting a little
pretty
bit,
quickly.
maybe. But you couldn't have guessed where the story was going to go with Negan and where he is now.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically not in a bad way where he's been taken. He's been put in a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
And how does he feel about it? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. In a sense, he might even enjoy his new role.
I think he'll enjoy it to some extent, but I think he's not going to like being blackmailed.
No,
like,
of course not.
That part,
Yeah.
knowing that he's not fully in charge,
Yeah.
is going to get to
Yeah.
him a bit.
I don't think, the reason why he doesn't want to be there is because it wasn't his choice.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to miss Jenny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be there for very long. I think there'll be this war or something or other. But
It seems like they're building up a very interesting season 2.
yeah, they are. They definitely are. Especially like with Herschel's love for this new fucking woman. What's her name? Is her name Donna?
I don't even know. Let's call her theatre lady.
Theatre lady. Yeah. They interesting.
Well, let's call it now. We've probably got a couple of years till the next season, but what are your predictions?
I definitely see Negan and Maggie working together again.
Yep.
So I
Is she going to go back? She's going to go back for him?
I reckon she'll go back.
And is the Marshall versus the Barazzi war going to happen?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably what they're gearing up for, I
Yeah.
would say. So I think that is on the way. I think now that Maggie's seen the photo of the lady, she's probably not going to be too happy about that
Yep,
either. So
yep,
she'll probably
yep.
be not only going back for Negan, but going back to kill this lady.
Well, I
could
guess is
see
there
it
going to be
happening.
some sort of conversation between her and Herschel about?
Yeah, I'm sure that a
Yeah.
conversation will be had about who she is
Yeah,
because
what's going
Maggie
on, yeah.
never came face to face with her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think it's interesting because it's hard to guess a little bit what's going to happen.
it's definitely that war is
Yeah.
like no doubt.
The war's got to happen.
Yeah.
Does the Marshal end up sort of, ends up on the wrong side of his team because obviously he's lied to them now and
I think the war is difficult because you need to decide who you're working with. Like, because is it going to be Maggie and Negan and their group against the two of them, or are they going to join a side, or are they going to be conflicting sides? It could be that they're on conflicting sides and they don't see each other again until the war.
Yeah, it's hard to just imagine how it's going to go down. Does the Marshal somehow flip to the other side? Does Negan sort of take part of the war for a while and then he sort of leaves? And what does the Croat do? I think my biggest probably prediction for the whole show, because I've got no idea where they're going to go with this story. They seem to all over the place. My biggest prediction probably would be that the Croat is the one who's most likely to kill the theater lady. He's going to finally be over it and like, you bitch, he'll get his chance to take her out because he's clearly not. He's not happy.
She's horrible to him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really what we want to see. And in terms of Maggie and Negan in the next season, not going to get together next season.
No.
Still not going to be.
No. They may become friends because by the
Yep.
sounds of things, she does want to put it to bed. And I can't see her killing Negan.
Yep.
I don't see that happening. So it's either, if they're putting it to bed, then they're either friends or they just never see each other again.
Yeah.
That's the only...
I think that's the biggest thing for next season. They must at least be friends again.
Have a
I think.
relationship,
And
yeah.
maybe that'll finally be the last time they fight. Like properly fight. So I think that's probably going to at least happen for sure.
I do see, now that I think about it, because you think about is it the Liberace?
The Liberaces? The
Yeah, I don't even
Liberaces?
know what they're called. The Liberaces or whatever. You think about their group and you think about the Marshals group.
Yeah.
None of them have a good side. You don't want to be on either of
No.
their sides. So I do see maybe Maggie and the Marshal and Negan forming a side of their own,
Yeah.
I could say, because you need to have someone to root for, and you're not rooting for any of them if
Well,
they're both on shit
yeah.
teams.
On that note, what characters in this show do we actually care about?
I like Jenny. I do. She's
yeah,
annoying.
Yeah. She's much more likable than Herschel.
She's much more likable than Herschel.
Yeah.
I can straight up tell you right now, Herschel needs to die. He either needs
But do you think he will?
I don't think he will.
No,
I don't think he will. I
No.
bloody wish he would. If they killed Herschel, though, it would again send Maggie's character into a downward spiral. And I feel like we're going to get to a point in season 2 where Maggie's character becomes semi-good again, where they actually bring back a decent version of her. And that starts with forgiving Negan, I guess.
He's a horrible character.
He is an awful character, but again, it would fuck up Maggie's character again. I don't think they can start from scratch with her again like that. So Herschel, we don't care about. The only characters I really care about, I would say, is Ginny, the Marshal, Negan, and Maggie.
Even the Marshal?
Yeah, I do like the Marshal. I think he's a good character.
I think I like him, but his character's a little all over the place. He seems so
I think he's
convicted
interesting.
in
He's
in the
interesting.
way he lives his life.
Well,
and
there's still a lot to learn about his community.
Yeah.
And from the small snippets that we've seen, it's not very good.
I think they could give him a much better storyline in season 2.
I think, yeah, they'll give him a much better storyline in season 2. We'll get a lot more of an understanding of his community, and I think that he's just realized, maybe I'm not the good guy. Maybe this community isn't the good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he did realize in the end, I've got it wrong about Negan. He is a murderer and he's done all these horrible things, but he's not a bad guy.
Although I didn't really find the point in which he did make that switch.
I think it was when Negan helped him. He brought him back to the bus
Yeah.
and helped dress his wounds and give him the first aid kit and told him
At
to
some
have a
point,
rest.
he told this
and
story.
that was all after he double-crossed Negan and
Yeah, I
was
know,
holding him hostage the whole time.
We didn't really necessarily see the exact moment it happened, though. It's sort of
No,
just like
it
the
sort
next
of just-
episode started, and
flipped.
it was an interesting change. But look, at the same time, I'm excited for season 2.
I'm very excited for season 2. I'm excited to see Maggie's character flourish. Hopefully she becomes, what we knew her as before Glenn's death.
Yeah.
And
I would also like to see one of the other shows maybe interact or touch on this show in some way, but I don't think it's going to happen, right?
No.
I think they're all very separate.
Not in the first seasons of them, at least. It'll take a few seasons for them to interact with each other, I reckon.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be a while till we see Negan and Maggie again. But overall, look, a satisfactory ending. I feel like the writing was a little bit all over the place.
Very weird in some spots.
yeah.
But I think the one thing I can say about the writing that is good is the fact that there were many parts where you're like, where is this going to go?
Yes.
I can't even imagine how they're gonna solve this, and they managed to do it.
That's
So,
the thing. I think they tried really hard to make it so that we didn't know where it was going and to circumvent expectations and keep us on our toes. But I think probably a little bit too much at points where kind of characters' decisions didn't seem to align.
It didn't make a lot of sense.
With them themselves.
The biggest one being Maggie not putting the oxygen mask on when
that was
she's
weird.
in the chamber.
That was really
It
weird.
made no sense.
That was weird. The Marshal's change of heart seemed to sort of throw me a bit. Him lying to his own people. A few things that seemed to go against what I believe what their the characters' traits were. But at the same time, it was entertaining.
I liked it.
High production values.
Looked awesome.
And I think overall it was it's a better show than what Walking Dead sort of became.
Yep.
Towards the end, I think that they picked it up a bit more.
I think the production value helps that.
Yeah,
as
it helps a
well.
lot. Absolutely, the money's there. They've shortened it into 6 episodes, so they've jam packed it. We don't have a lot of filler here,
Which
It's
I
pretty
think
quick.
they could probably extend out next season.
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely don't think 6 episodes was enough.
I'm surprised
I
how
think they
short
could
it
have done
was.
at least 8 to 10.
Yeah, I suppose it's a tester season to see how it goes, and I guess it's proven itself because the ratings have been quite good, at least for the viewership. So I think that'll be good. But I think that they're just testing to see how this goes versus Daryl's show versus Rick's show.
And we know it was very successful.
Yeah, that's right. The performance has been good numbers wise, but if you had to guess, this show obviously versus Daryl's versus Rick's, give me the order of viewership. What's going to be the most viewed out of these 3 shows?
I really do think that it's only going to go up. So I think Daryl's will be more viewership, and then Rick and Michonne's will be even more.
Really?
I do. I think at least for the first seasons of each show, that will be how it goes. I don't know if that'll be how it stays.
Yeah.
I do think that when they start releasing season 2s, that it will seem to fluctuate a little bit.
Drop
But
off a little bit.
I do see them being more viewership as we go along.
Yeah, right. I think it's interesting because it is. I think certainly what characters are going to be the most popular and whether or not this show sort of please people or put people off the coming ones. But I'll be very interested to see how Daryl sort of premieres very soon. Only about a month or so.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, the more I see about Daryl's show, the more I'm interested for sure. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode.
See you for Daryl Dixon.
That's it. We'll see you for Daryl's show coming up soon. Thanks, guys.